The mighty dollar. Is its reign in danger? The US dollar. It's the most powerful currency in the world. It's the backbone of global trade, facilitating transactions across continents. But lately, there have been whispers, concerns. Is the mighty dollar starting to lose its grip? Could its dominance be waning? The answer is complicated, but the concerns are real. We're staring down the barrel of a mountain of debt, and that has consequences. The US has been living beyond its means for decades, spending more than it earns. We're like that friend who throws lavish parties but can't quite pay their rent. Eventually, the party has to stop. The bills come due, the world is watching, and they're starting to wonder if the US can keep its financial house in order. The dollar's dominance isn't just an American problem, it affects everyone. A weaker dollar means higher prices for goods and services worldwide. It throws a wrench into global trade, causing delays and disruptions, and it could lead to a mad scramble for a new global currency, shaking the very foundations of international finance. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the US national debt. It's a topic that often gets swept under the rug, but it's crucial to understand its implications. It's a staggering sum, and it keeps growing. The numbers are mind-boggling, and they seem to climb higher every year. Every president promises to tackle it, but it just keeps ballooning. Despite their best efforts and numerous policies, the debt continues to rise. Imagine a giant inflatable duck. It's fun and harmless at first glance. Now imagine that duck filled with credit card bills. Suddenly it's not so fun anymore, right? That's essentially the US national debt. It's a massive burden that keeps growing. This debt isn't just a bunch of numbers on a spreadsheet. It has real-world consequences that affect everyday life. It weakens the US dollar, making it more expensive to borrow money. This impacts everything from personal loans to business investments. This trickles down to everything from mortgages to car loans. Higher interest rates mean higher monthly payments for families. Think of it like this. If you borrow a lot of money, lenders start to get nervous. They worry about your ability to pay it back. They might charge you a higher interest rate because you're a bigger risk. This is exactly what happens on a national scale. The same thing happens to countries. When a country has a high national debt, it looks risky to investors. A high national debt makes the US look risky to investors, and that could lead to higher interest rates for everyone. This is a cycle that can be hard to break. Remember that game of Jenga? You carefully pull out blocks, hoping the whole tower doesn't collapse? The global economy feels a bit like that right now. Countries are facing crisis after crisis. Sri Lanka's economy imploded. Brazil is teetering on the brink. Even mighty Germany is feeling the strain. These aren't isolated incidents. They're interconnected like dominoes lined up, just waiting for a nudge. The US, with its massive debt and weakening dollar, is one of those dominoes. If the US falls, it could trigger a chain reaction that sends the entire global economy tumbling down. So, what can you do to safeguard your financial future in these uncertain times? It's easy to feel helpless in the face of such massive economic forces that seem beyond our control, but there are steps you can take to protect yourself and your family. First, don't panic. Stay calm and collected. Now is not the time to make rash decisions that you might regret later. Second, diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as the old saying goes, especially if that basket is labeled US dollar. Diversification is key. Consider investing in assets like gold, real estate, or even canned goods. These can provide stability. Yes, you heard that right. Finally, stay informed. Knowledge is power. Pay attention to what's happening in the world. Read beyond the headlines to get a full picture. And don't be afraid to ask questions. The more you know, the better decisions you can make. The better equipped you'll be to weather whatever economic storms may come your way. Stay proactive and vigilant.